Om Jnanatirandhasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshurum Militam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. About Diksha, many things could be said. I just recited the pranam mantras of our recent principal acharyas. Because one feature of accepting initiation means to come in the shelter of the parampara. One feature of Diksha. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu has described the essence of Diksha from the disciples' point of view. That Diksha Kale Bhakta Kare Artha Samarpan. At the time of initiation, the disciple fully surrenders himself in the service of Krishna. Shei Kale Krishna Tare Kare Artha Sham. And at that time, Krishna accepts the disciple as good as himself or as one of his. So Diksha means to enter the family of Krishna. Krishna's family means the family of Nanda Maharaj. Krishna is giving shelter to everyone, but Krishna takes pleasure in taking shelter of Nanda Maharaj. In this world, everyone is like an orphan, anath, without any master. But the devotee is sanata jivitam. He passes his life in the shelter of Krishna. That shelter is offered in this world by gurus. Nama Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Krishtaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swami iti namine. Who is the representative of Krishna in this bhutal, this earthly plane? That is Guru. Guru means who guides and who gives shelter. Shelter means guidance. To get shelter from the miseries of this material world, we have to be guided how to link up with Krishna in Bhakti Yoga. In Vedic culture, the parents, the brothers and sisters of parents or any elderly people, they are considered guru because they give shelter to juniors and they guide them how to lead their lives in an honorable, respectable and fruitful manner. Ebong fruitful. The real guru is one who guides one to Krishna. What is that shloka? Shei Param Guru Shei Pita Mate Shri Krishna Charne De Prema Bhakti Tattva. So say Shei Param Guru Shei Pita Mate Shri Krishna Charne De Prema Bhakti Tattva. So the real guru and the real father and mother is one who directs one to attain loving devotional service at the lotus feet of Sri Krishna. So that shelter is given, that direction is given by giving divya jnana or transcendental knowledge. Divyam jnanam yato dadyat purva papasya sankshayam. The Diksha means the process by which one gets spiritual knowledge. So one may think, well, I'll read the book and I'll get spiritual knowledge. And that is Diksha. But rather, Diksha is the process by which that spiritual knowledge is awakened within the heart. Dibbogyan hriday prakashita. Not simply by reading books can one understand them. You lost your voice? Not only by reading books can one understand them. Well, that's it. Not only by reading books can one understand them, one needs guidance. So there are many aspects of understanding what initiation means, but the essence is this, that one offers oneself, one surrenders to Krishna through the parampara system, through the specific person who is representing the parampara. It's because of this. Banda kole balo hoy. Sei jonno ami side boshe kori. Phaka golo banda kole balo. So here some devotees are being given Harinam, and others are being accepted for Brahminical initiation. What does it mean to be a Brahmin? Brahmin means one who is in knowledge of and practices according to knowledge of Brahma, which means Vedic knowledge. Brahma means Vedic knowledge, and it means the supreme truth who is revealed through Vedic knowledge. So a Brahmin means one who lives according to this principle. Human life is meant for understanding the highest truth, and those who particularly dedicate their lives to this, they're known as Brahmins. Brahmana is also one of the 4 varnas or stages, or not stage, of what's the word for varna? Statuses of life. What's the word? Divisions, or occupational divisions within Vedic culture. So sometimes the occupational status and duties of a Brahmana have become confused with the real meaning of a Brahmana, which means to be Brahma Janatiti Brahmana, one who knows the supreme truth. Generally, it's considered that one is a Brahmana because he is born in a Brahmana family. This is the ordinary understanding. That is not necessarily untrue, but the essence of Brahmanatva, or Brahminhood, is to have the guna and karma of a Brahman, the qualities and activities of a Brahman. So traditionally that was, such qualities and activities were passed down through family lines. That is Vedic Diksha. That is initiation according to the Vedic system, is in the family line. Vishvamba Mishra, who is better known as Sri Krishna Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he also accepted Vedic Diksha from his father Jagannath Mishra. But this system is not properly practiced at the present time, because due to the influence of Kali Yuga, mostly the family lines of Brahmanas, they are no longer engaged in the activities of Brahmanas and no longer have the qualities of Brahmanas. So in Kali Yuga, the Pancharatriki Vidhi is more important. It's practical for bringing people to the level of Brahmanahood. Shall I speak in English and Bengali? You want to take a rest? Or? So there are 2 main kinds of Diksha, Vedic Diksha and Vedanuga Diksha. Dui Mukha Prakar Diksha ache, Vedic ebong Vedanuga. So Pancharatriki Diksha, that is one kind of Vedanuga. Vedanuga means that which follows the Vedic system. So Pancharatriki Vidhi hoche Vedanuga Dikka mone je Dikkata Ved Pantai ki bole Anusharan hoy তো পাঞ্চরাত্রিকী দীক্ষা হচ্ছে এক প্রকার বেদানুগত দীক্ষা, আর একটা প্রকার হচ্ছে পৌরাণিকী দীক্ষা। তো পাঞ্চরাত্রিকী দীক্ষায় শিষ্য তো পূর্ণ যোগ্য না হলেও উৎসাহী আছে এবং তা উৎসাহ থেকে পালন করে সব নিয়ম সব বিধিনিষেধ পালন করা থেকে তো ধীরে ধীরে সে যোগ্য হতে পারে। So in Pancharatriki Diksha, the disciple, although not qualified according to the Vedic system, is enthusiastic to follow all the rules and regulations, and by doing so, he can gradually become qualified. So Pancharatriki Diksha dawa hoy ei asha je এই ব্যক্তি গভীরভাবে ওই কৃষ্ণ ভক্তি নিয়ম পালন করতে চায় এবং সেই জন্য তাকে বিশ্বাস করে। So Pancharatriki Diksha is given with the hope or the expectation that the candidate is serious to follow all the rules and regulations. Pauraniki Diksha ito emni dawa hoy. Pauraniki Diksha is just given without any real consideration. There's not much hope in that. So this Pancharatriki Diksha, that is not so much concerned with the karma or the profession or the occupation of the person. A Pancharatriki Dikshay, a log there, karma na vritti na pesha, sheta bichanon. We may ask, how is a person becoming a Brahmana if he's working in a shop, or if he's a cultivator? তো সেই ব্যক্তি কি করে ব্রাহ্মণ হতে পারে যদি দোকানে চাকরি করে না কৃষক আছে? So this bestowal of Brahminical initiation by the Pancharatriki system, that is in consideration of the spiritual qualification rather than the material profession. A Pancharatriki Brahman Diksha dawa hoy adhatik jogata anusare bhautik pesha anusare na. Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur has described two types of Brahman, conventional Brahmana and spiritual Brahmana. Bhaktivinoda Thakur Moshoye bichare dui rokom Brahmana ache, ব্যবহারিক এবং paramarthik. Conventional means that according to the family line, one is a priest or a guru or an astrologer, or the different duties that Brahmanas traditionally perform. So, Vyavaharik Brahman, Shokra Paramparai, mane Vangsha Anusare, Anukrame, Guru Vritti, Paurohiti, Jyotishi, ityadi Brahmande বৃত্তি গুলো পালন করে জীবন নির্বাহিকা করেন। Paramarthik Brahmana means that whatever his occupation may be, of course it should not be sinful occupation, but his life is dedicated for Brahma Janatiti, Brahmana, for understanding the absolute truth. The Paramarthik Brahmana Artha হচ্ছে যে কোনো বৃত্তি করে না কেন তার জীবন উৎসর্গিত আছে পরম সত্য পরম ব্রহ্মকে অনুসন্ধান করার জন্য। Actually, the position of a Vaishnava is greater than that of a Brahmana. Prakrita Pokhe, Vaishnavata, Brahmadatta Teke, Adhik. One may be a Brahmana, but not a Vaishnava. Shambhav hoy je ekjon Brahmana ache kintu Vaishnava none. He may have an initial understanding of the absolute truth as being impersonal. Ek rokom Brahman, Brahmavadi hoye, to pratamik Brahma Gyan Sampanna Holeo to Purna Brahma Artat Je Shri Krishna Hochen Purna Param Satta to Shri Rokom Gyan Abhavata Jadi Nahon to Brahman Hatta Parikin to Vaishnava. But a Vaishnava means one who understands Krishna as the supreme whole, and therefore a Vaishnava is automatically a Brahmana. Vaishnava mane je shikar koren je Shri Krishna hocchen param purna Brahma ebong sei jonno Vaishnava hocchen param Brahmana. So this Brahminical initiation is bestowed to recognize that someone after taking Harinam is fixed in those practices and should be recognized by human society as a genuine Brahmana and more than a Brahmana. A Brahman Diksa Pradhan Kara Vidhaner Udesha Ache Manusha Shamaja Madde Goshana Kara Je ei Bhakti Harinam Niye Purna Brahma Gyane Artat Vaishnav Gyane Jurabhabe Adhishthito Ache এবং সকলে ব্রাহ্মণ রূপে এবং বৈষ্ণবের রূপে মান্য আছে। Those who are bestowed Brahminical initiation, they are also qualified to worship deities and to chant Pancharatriki mantras and the Vedic Brahma Gayatri, which assist one in one's progressive understanding of Krishna. Brahman Dikito Bhaktara Adhika Pai Shri Murtir Shivakara এবং তারা বিশেষ পাঞ্চরাত্রিক মন্ত্র এবং ব্রহ্ম গায়ত্রী মন্ত্র লাভ করে, যা দ্বারা তাদের ক্রমশঃ আধ্যাত্মিক উন্নতির সহায়তা হয়। So I'll finish here. There's much more to be said, as always, but we'll finish it. আরো অনেক কিছু বলা হতে পারত, কিন্তু এখানে আমি বিরাম দিচ্ছি।